Hello YouTube, what's going on? My name is Dom and today is Saturday, so we've got another gaming philosophy video, and also I did want to talk about overpowered guns in Call of Duty World War II. But really quick, on a quick side note, I did want to thank you guys so much. I did get to 100 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's hop right into the video. So firstly, I just wanted to ask you guys, have you ever been like, you know, you're playing Call of Duty, you're just playing a game, and all of a sudden you start running different routes, you run different ways, and you don't quite know why you're doing it. You're just kind of running aimlessly, and you don't really know why. You're not really thinking about it. Well, yeah, I mean, you can kind of experience this right now, too. If you just take a minute, don't think about anything, and just think about the first thing that pops into your head, right? So just sit here and, like, totally clear your mind. You know what? I'm pretty tired, so actually I'm not really thinking much of anything right now. Actually, I did get home at 2 a.m. from work, and right now I got up at 7 to do this video. But anyway, so you just sit there, you're not really thinking about much, and then a thought's going to randomly pop into your head, right? Now this thought, you didn't preconceive this. This just kind of appears. And it's a very interesting thing when you actually think about it, is that these thoughts just kind of pop into your brain and you actually don't have control over this. You don't have control over the thoughts that do pop into your head. Now, it's very interesting too, because there's actually scientific studies out there that have mapped brainwaves, and they figured out when people are actually going to make decisions. About 6 seconds, in some activities it was about 5 to 6 seconds, I believe, prior to when they actually made the decision, because your brain knows before you're going to do it. Before a decision occurs to you, your brain knows what it's going to pick. And the same thing with thoughts. These things just randomly pop into your head and you don't have control over them. So this takes me down two paths, and this is going to be kind of a difficult subject to unpack, but I'm going to try to do it really quickly. So the first path is, since these thoughts pop into your head, you really don't have control over them. What does that say about your freedom, right? Especially when you're coming into gaming, you're basically a creature of habit. You're going based off reflexes. You're making micro decisions, and you really don't have time to think about them. Or if you do have time to think about them, they mostly come from past experiences, and everything building up to that point led you to think that way, because you don't really have control over your decisions. Now, what can we do with this? Now, this kind of idea gets rid of the whole concept of free will, right? But it doesn't get rid of the concept of improving yourself. It kind of leads to a deterministic idea, which is that everything that we do and everything that we think is predetermined based on your past experiences, past actions, and all that good stuff, right? So if we adopt that view, you can still make changes and you can still be happy about it, because that's where the science is leading right now, is that you are deterministic, that you really don't have freedom of will. Now, how this comes into gaming is that when you make a decision, when you make those micro decisions, right, you do not have total control over what you're doing. There is actually, I'm not going to, try to lie about this or cover this up or anything, but there is actually a point of controversy when two of your desires come into conflict. That's when you make a free choice. I'm not one who adopts that view, but that's up to you guys. So, when you're playing a game and you're making these decisions based on micro decisions, and you get really pissed off because you're dying, these decisions are leading you to get killed, right? You are getting mad at yourself, you're getting frustrated, and taking this understanding that you're not really free to make that decision can help you make it better, and it can help you improve. Let me explain how. So, even though we may be determined, and even though we may be deterministic and we don't really have control over our actions, or, well, over our thoughts and whatnot, at least, just watching this video and getting this far into the video is now probably going to change the way that you're thinking, even in the next game that you play. So you've kind of already made an improvement, right? Because you might be somewhat aware of that. But the trick to actually improving and to kind of working around this whole deterministic style and actually changing your brain for the better is to understand it and not get frustrated when you do it, and not say, hey Dom, let's not do that. Don't do that, damn it. I told you I'm not supposed to do that or thinking these things as well. So when you do that, right, and let's take a very blank statement. When you say to yourself, do not run that way next time, okay, what are you doing? So you're essentially saying to yourself, don't do that, but then at the same time, you're the one accepting the command. So you are the person commanding, and you are also the person obeying, as Nietzsche puts it in the book that I'm reading. Mentioned it last time. But yeah, you are the commander and you are the obeyer. And that creates a great conflict inside of you, because now all of a sudden you see yourself as dual. You are acting as if you are a two people, right? So I know this sounds a little bit like don't do anything, and it is kind of like that. The best trick, and it is kind of weird, but what I've found to work the best is when you want to make improvements, don't think about it, simply do it. And it's much harder. It's much easier said than done. We'll admit that. You just got to learn to turn your brain off and to stop making commands to yourself, because that creates even more frustration. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's talk about overpowered guns real quick. I did want to touch on this. So everyone's complaining about the bar, and they're actually bringing a nerf to the bar pretty soon. I'm not sure exactly when. I think it's probably going to be when they do the Christmas event. But so they're nerfing the bar, and everybody's complaining about it. But here's my 2 cents. The bar is the best gun in a sea of great guns. This game is full of guns that are friggin' awesome, and that would be the best gun in any other game in their own right. So I'm saying the FG42, the STG44, the M1941, the M1 Garand, the pretty much every sniper rifle except for the carabin. Some of the light machine guns. I know the MG15 is off the hook. Light machine guns is submachine guns. What, Type 100, the Waffle. I think the MP40 is great. All of these guns are insane, and I feel like the time to kill is way high across the board. Everyone says, I think a lot of the pros are saying that the time to kill feels really good. Honestly, I feel like it's very, very fast. You will knock people down. You will kill them so quickly. It's not even funny. But I think also part of it might be because of the maps. I did do my in-depth map video last week. I will put a card up for that if you want to go check that out. But I think it might be because the maps are so random and whatnot. You're finding people a lot quicker and you can see them really well. Maybe that's why you're getting kills so quickly. But if anything needs a nerf in this game, it is the sniper. The sniper Kar 98K. That thing is freaking retardedly difficult. That thing is insanely easy to get kills. I was running around with this thing, and I'm not even the best sniper in the world, but I'm getting like, you know, mercilesses, and I'm getting freaking 10 kill streaks. I'm getting the score streaks with this sniper rifle, even at close range. I was running around on Ardennes Forest with this thing, acting like I had a submachine gun because I felt that comfortable. I felt like when I'm in a tight quarter situation and I have a Type 100, I felt the same way when I had the Kar 98K. If anything needs a nerf, it's that. The bar is very good at close range, yes it is, but what if it was labeled as a submachine gun? Let's just throw the bar into the submachine gun category. Would people still be bitching about this? I don't think so, because it's a rifle. If it was a submachine, if they just called it a submachine gun, I don't think people would really be having a problem, because everyone's mad that their submachine guns lose at close range. But it's like, what if we just call it a submachine gun? Does that fix the issue? I don't know. The bar is insane though. It is a great weapon. I'm not gonna muddy the waters at all with that. But all I'm saying is that you nerf the bar, I don't really care. I have tons of other weapons to go to. Doesn't really matter, and just something else is gonna be, you know, I think they need to buff health a little bit or something on your character, because like the FG42, the SGG44, the M1 Garand, like I was saying, is just absolutely insane. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you are new, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with all my content. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.